So guys, welcome back. We are at the homepage of finviz.com, spelled finviz.com. Please don't be overwhelmed by the sheer amount of data shown here. I know this can be very overwhelming for first-time viewers. But trust me, all of this is crucial depending on the type of investing strategy you want to follow. More so if you are a day or swing trader as compared to a long-term investor like myself. So to begin with, the homepage of finviz.com, the platform, is divided into different sections. Here you can see we are currently at the homepage. There's a new section, screener, map, grouped, portfolio, insider, futures, forex, crypto, backtest, etc. So we will be focusing today on the homepage and the map section. I'll take you briefly through what each of the important and relevant sections are. So here on the homepage, you can see the charts. These are the charts that represent the major indexes of the world, the stock market index, and how they've all performed across the day. Here you can see currently what the market status was at. 62% bull, 38% bear, right? I'm currently in Sydney, so this is the market time here at 7:22 a.m. on June 11th. That's a market time. So in about an hour's time, if we start refresh and use this site, it will probably not show us any of the data because that's when market is opening. Now here is a listing of major, most significant stock moves. I'll tell you briefly what these signals are and what do they mean. Ideally, for long-term investors, we don't really need to look at this section. But if any of you watching are interested in day trading or swing trading, this could be of some help understanding them. This here is a visual map. It's one of my favorite features of Finviz. We'll dwell into that a bit later. Here is a glimpse of all the major headlines of the day, all of which would have hampered or would have affected the stock market in some way. Here you can see how the crucial commodities of the world have performed. What are they trending at? Crude oil, natural gas, gold, etc. The forex and bonds. Here a glimpse of the major critical insider trading transactions that have happened. Okay. Now coming back here to the significant stock moves that have happened across the day. What are these signals and what do they mean? So signals are basically special events on which day traders or swing traders usually would want to enter or exit their stock positions. What do top gainers mean? Top gainers are the stocks with the highest percentage price gain today. Top losers are stocks with the highest percentage price loss today. New high and new low mean nothing but the 52-week high and 52-week low. So in the matter of 52 weeks, this is the first time they've reached a new high. The first day that they've reached new high or the new low. Overbought is basically, it just means that the stock is becoming overvalued and may experience a pullback, right? You can see which of these stocks. That's Churchill Capital Corp and Broadstone Net Lease. And here you can see most volatile. Most volatile are the stocks with the widest range between their high and low trading range. Okay. And what's unusual volume are stocks with unusually high volume today, basically the very high relative volume ratio. If you do remember, relative volume was discussed in the previous video. So it's just that over the usual average volume that's been trending, on this particular day, it has been traded at a huge volume. When I say this particular day, it's yesterday, right? So that's June 10th. Because currently this timestamp is June 11th. Okay, and what does oversold? We don't have oversold yet. Okay, unusual volume. Most active is as the name suggests, stocks with the highest trading volume today. That's the most active. Upgrades and downgrades, those companies, those stocks which have been upgraded or downgraded by the stock market analysts today. Now, earnings before and earnings after. Earnings before are companies that reported their earnings today before the market opened, and earnings after are companies that reported their earnings after the market closed. Insider buying and selling is again self-explanatory. So guys, I won't be dwelling a lot more on the other charts and the other data that's been displayed. We can probably have a separate video for that. If in case you're interested, please do let me know. I would make another video just to explain what each of these windows mean, snippets mean. Meanwhile, there's one thing that I wanted to mention. With Finviz Elite version, you get an option called backtest. Now, what is a backtest? Backtest is one of the most interesting features. What it lets you do is it lets you evaluate your trading strategy before you go live, right? So this says it's written here as 100 technical indicators, 24 years of historical data. So this would be pretty interesting for you guys. I mean, all of you are genuinely interested, and a lot of you who are interested in day trading as well can use this feature. And it's just for $25 a month, so it's quite affordable, right? Okay, so now let's go back to the home page. Let's not waste any more of your time. Let's go directly to the heat map. I'm sorry. So this is a heat map. Now, what is a heat map? It's a visual representation of all the stocks that are listed under index. Now, say we are currently looking at the S&P 500. So we're seeing how each of those companies listed under based on their sectors. They differentiated based on their sectors and how have they performed. What are they trending? And it's like a quick link. You can obviously scroll in and see. Say for example, it's Microsoft. Oh, come on, let me show you. So in the technology sector, software infrastructure, Microsoft has gained 1.44%, right? And here you can see, if you scroll in, you can also see what other companies have performed in the same category, in the same sector. There's Adobe, there's Oracle. So how have they performed? Oracle has seen a drop. The rest all have seen a rise, right? And you can see there's communication services, consumer cyclical, auto manufacture. Here you have consumer electronics, financial services, banks, etc. Now, why is this important? It's important because, especially when you're just getting started, it's very easy and it's very convenient for you to track this heat map. Because you really, especially if you're someone who gets too overwhelmed with data and a lot of numbers, this is a visual representation, so you can just clearly see and you know which companies are doing well, which companies haven't fared well enough. And another thing that you can do is use these filters. Also in the later part of the videos, I would be stressing on the 3 different strategies for portfolio building by using Finviz. And a lot of those 2 of those strategies mainly depend on the heat map. And the reason why I've chosen the heat map is because even when I started, this was one of the most easiest ways to get started, to understand which sectors are doing well, which sectors aren't, how I want to build my portfolio, what's the safest way to go about it, etc., etc. Say for example, now I choose this for 6 months. Do you see the change in color, drastic change in color? What you can do is, when you are starting new, right? Or what I would do what I did when I started is I was tracking this on a daily basis, right? I take out some time, about 15-20 minutes of my time, and just note down how some of these companies have fared. And I didn't really see, since I've never been interested in day trading, I took a wider time frame, not just a day's performance. It was either a week or a month performance that I was trending at. And that's why this is very interesting. You can also see the world, all the stocks that are listed in the world, in the global stock market. You can see it's visually represented as per the geographical locations. So that's why this is so beautiful. This is such a powerful tool. It has so much of information. Oh yeah, there's one other thing that you can always click on one of this and it directly links you to all the data. What were the key events that have happened? I'm sorry, I disabled my pop-up here. Right, you see there's so much of data here. Once you get into the depth of investing and you understand it a little better gradually, hopefully I play a role there, then you can always, then that's when you'll understand how powerful this tool is. Right, that's all for now. Thank you. Bye.